Let's get started straight away with the questions. And my first question goes to you, Daniela. How do you think Industry 4 will impact manufacturing roles in the future, specifically in the UK?
So I think in terms of the impact that will have in manufacturing, I think it will make it more sustainable and hopefully more environmentally friendly. So Industry 4.0, it's all about the digital revolution and automation and so forth. Unfortunately, what we experienced in the last year means that digital is going to be a platform that we rely on from now on. So the way I see the manufacturing industry being impacted by Industry 4.0, think about paperless shop floors, for example. Think about more flexibility in your manufacturing by introducing robotics onto your shop floors rather than traditional machining. Think about coolant being replaced from this traditional emulsion coolant that is quite damaging for people's health, for example, and to the environment, to supercritical CO2. So definitely Industry 4.0 will have a great impact on the manufacturing and the roles in manufacturing. However, it's going to depend on how we adopt the technology and how the stakeholders take it in.
Great, okay. And Alan, do you have anything to add to that as a manufacturer based in Yorkshire? Do you have anything that you think you could add to that?
I'd say things are starting to move at an ever increasing pace. As I say to my son, there's going to be 3 jobs in the future. One, working for robots with artificial intelligence programs or robots themselves, working alongside robots or programming the robots. I keep saying to him, you better be the kid that's programming those robots because the other jobs are going to be boring. So things are moving at pace. I would say spend time understanding the analytical tools that exist. Make sure you're a ninja in programs such as Microsoft Excel and so forth, because they're crucial tools in analyzing data. Because data is going to be the thing that helps you make the informed decision going forward.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Okay, so for everybody watching here today, please just make sure also to take any notes, as this is quite a rare opportunity to hear from multiple industry leaders. But in addition to that, my next question goes to Ian. And Ian, what do you believe roles will look like in the future of manufacturing? And as an advanced manufacturing business manager, what skills is the sector looking for right now?
Thanks, Jasmine. Well, I think what's quite exciting for job seekers or people going into this sector at the moment is, I think as other panelists have just alluded to, businesses are learning as they go along as well. So quite often the employers we're talking to at the moment with the Institute of Technology that I talked about, that we're opening, we've actually got some dedicated space in there, which is for employers to prototype or to test products and actually learn how to implement this technology into their businesses. But they're looking for people in terms of jobs of the future or the jobs of now to help them get ready for the future, for these young people to come in and actually help implement something that they don't already know in their business. So that's particularly exciting for us and anybody in the session today who's looking to join this type of work. I think it's a great time to get into it. In terms of what the jobs are going to look like, I think as a training provider, we always listen to our employers and what their needs are and have to make sure that our provision meets those needs. So our training courses might have quite a sort of generic core to them with fundamental engineering and manufacturing skills, but we have to be flexible around what the requirements of the employers are. So for people who are considering that sort of path, I would just encourage them to be open-minded and flexible about what that might be, because the skills or technology that they might have learned this year or now might not be the skills and technology that businesses need them to work on in the coming years. So it's going to be ever-changing, and as Alan said, I think we're only just starting to predict what the jobs of the future might look like, and all you can do is kind of have a core skill set and be adaptable.
Yeah, of course. And to everybody watching, if you do have any questions, please pop them in the Q&A section, as we're getting some great answers already. And to you, Colin, you know, what Ian just said, why do you think it's a good time now to get into manufacturing, specifically, you know, working within Industry 4?
So for me, I think obviously coming from a manufacturing background, I did a time served apprenticeship prior going into this current role that I'm in now. I just think there's a wealth of opportunities within the manufacturing sector. Even though we've just gone through a really difficult year, the recovery coming out of the current COVID-19 pandemic, industries looking at the manufacturing sector as a lead of how the economy is going to grow as a result of that. So I think there's some fantastic opportunities for young people, graduates, and also skilled people to progress their careers within engineering. And going back to what Ian said around the fundamentals of engineering, they're still going to be there. But what we want to try and do as well is also overlay that with what the employees of the future, probably some of them don't really know what the future landscape looks like. So as part of the research that takes place at the facilities such as the Manufacturing Technology Centre and the Advanced Manufacturing Research Centre in Sheffield, we're looking to sort of like seed that future technology throughout UK manufacturing. So some of the jobs and requirements of today are already there, but what we're also trying to achieve is create what that future landscape of skills looks like for people and provide them with the skills, knowledge and behaviours to adopt that technology going forwards.
He asks, my question is for Daniela. Hi, I did my undergrad in aerospace engineering and currently I'm about to complete my postgrad study in advanced engineering and management here at Sheffield Harlem Uni. I have a keen interest in the aerospace sector, but I feel confused because of the zero relevant experience. What advice can I gain from you to move forward into the aerospace sector for my professional career? Thank you.
So, hi there. I did not manage to catch your name, but hopefully my answer will at least be what you're looking for. So, yes, I've been through that whole process. I know what you mean. You finish your degree and you're wondering, where do I go from here? So, first of all, have you considered a graduate program? There are loads of aerospace industrial companies that have a graduate program. AMRC offers one as well. AMRC started off as working with the aerospace industry. So for example, if manufacturing sector from an aerospace perspective is something that you're interested in, please go ahead and check our job listings as well. Look for places that are keen to give you training. Not all of them. Don't be scared, first of all, to apply. You won't get anything if you just don't go for it. That's the bottom line, and it always has been. Think about all of the skills that you've gathered and try to analyze which ones are transferable. And if you spend some time doing that, you're going to be surprised how many skills you've gone through your postgraduate studies and through your university degree. It's just a scary time when you're looking for a job, but most skills are transferable, and you can put it in a format, in a CV or in an interview where that's very well understood. So I would suggest personally, but that's just my personal suggestion, considering the track that you're following, go through a graduate program, because their commitment will be to get you up to speed, to train you up. You're probably going to be in different areas of the industry. I know for sure Rolls-Royce have one. I know for sure Airbus have one. So all of these big companies, if that's what you're interested in, they have a graduate program. Smaller ones may not have it, but it's still worth a look. And you never know. Just keep trying. Be yourself. Keep yourself ahead of the curve by constantly wanting to learn, and be honest. It's always a good and a key one when you're looking for a job and when you're in an interview. Be honest. Know your strengths, but also know your weaknesses.